basically all that needs to be said about this game. The second half of our doubleheader, the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons at 10-2. They are 6-2 in FCAC play. We'll take on the Fairfield Warde Mustangs, also 10-2 overall. This time, they're 7-1 in FCAC play. Aiden Blank, Scott Torello welcoming you back for game number 2 tonight. The starting lineups being introduced, and Scott, we got a really good appetizer. We had like 20 minutes to walk it off, and now the main course is about to be served here at the stable.
Yeah, the main course, part 2, Aiden. We were fortunate enough to see this during the finals of the Christmas tournament over at Prep. This promises to be a much different game. Ludlowe played fantastic that game, really got on Warde right from the start. I expect Warde to adjust, come out and hang with Ludlowe the entire time.
Yeah,
plus, Warde has been flying since that early season loss.
They are 7-1, meaning they've only lost 2 games, and one of them wasn't even an FCAC game, which was to the Fairfield Ludlowe Falcons. This gym, really just a buzz about it you're not getting from any games. There have been some great additions to this rivalry, but this certainly has the potential to be the best.
Yeah, Aiden, I actually almost think that they should move this rivalry to this gym permanently. I don't think Ludlowe Gym is big enough. Look at the crowd in here, right? It's hot, it's energy, there's a lot of energy, both student bodies represented. I'm gonna drop the gauntlet right now and say every year this game should be played right here in this Warde Gym. It holds probably close to 2,000 people, and this will basically be sold out tonight.
So I would agree. Only thing is I would move it to Alumni Hall.
That's fair too.
I think if you sell out Alumni Hall, which certainly could be done with this crowd, it would be phenomenal.
I like that. St. Joe's in Trumbull does that as well. They move it to a neutral site. Actually, they do it at Alumni Hall. They just about sell it out as well. I'm all right. I'll change. I'm in favor of moving it to Alumni Hall, neutral site, big arena. Let everyone get in and enjoy this.
Last year, these two teams got to play 3 times. Ludlowe didn't win once. They played in the championship of the Prep Holiday Classic at Alumni Hall. Ludlowe lost. They played during the regular season at Ludlowe. They lost, and they played a playoff game here. Ludlowe lost. Let's get it going. Best game of the night.
You see right away, Aiden, Warde, and we haven't seen them since the holiday tournament, but starting both Davis twins, we talked about during the holiday tournament, they were the best players on the court. So I like that Swaller's putting out his best players and getting at it.
Foul underneath early. It's either Bentley or Bork. It is Bork. Good that Bentley didn't get called for that. You can't really have him getting into foul trouble. Him and Kieser are 2 huge parts to their offense.
Yeah, I don't want to see any guy in foul trouble, right? Bork or Bentley, take your pick. Neither is a good one.
So to the line early. Go the Mustangs. It is Jack McKenna. He nails his first. A committed lacrosse player trying to do his part on the court. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, terrific athlete, good football player, good basketball player, good lacrosse player, good size and strength.
A little early for the "It's all over" chant.
I agree. It's 2-0, 30 seconds into the game,
Foul called on Warde's number 10. We're working again with a very primitive Warde roster. Tell your ADs, put them on the state website, and you can have a little bit better play-by-play. The foul went against 10, which is Justin Davis. And Rowan Kieser to the line for Fairfield Ludlowe. Number 1 is in and out. An inconsistent free throw shooting came back to bite the Warde girls in the butt. Could it be the same tonight for the Ludlowe boys?
No question. Free throws so critical in these games, Aiden. It absolutely cost Warde that game in the early game.
Ludlowe with a 5-point win to begin the day. in the girls' version of this rivalry, one of the best games we've seen those two play in a long time. Here's Knight to bring it up. Knight and Bork, a very critical matchup. Here's the other Knight from three in and out.
Yeah,
and Bork comes away with it.
The Davis twins can play, and you're going to have to identify both of them.
Here's Bentley. He can shoot the three. Ward knows that better than anybody. His first layup skips out, and Ward gets another big possession.
They could not guard Bentley the first game, and you see how they put Davis on him this game. He's given up some size, but he's got the athleticism to stay with him.
Three from McMahon is off. Maybe you slow it down a little bit if you're Daly. It's a little early to be in panic mode and move so fast.
Yeah, 2-1. Ludlowe's been playing much faster this year. They've been trying to push tempo. So, you know, to me, this is just the style they've been playing, and off to a 10-2 start. It's been working. You stick with it.
Bentley. Underneath, it's Kilbride, Ludlowe's first lead.
Beautiful driving layup. I like both possessions for Ludlowe right now, Aiden. Not settling for jump shots, getting to the rim.
Here's Joey Golbin, the football quarterback, is fouled as he shot.
Oh, they called on McKenna.
But hang a second, it was an offensive foul.
Yeah, they called on McKenna, pushing off underneath.
Rowan Kieser was a little stunned in the beginning. He thought it was a foul called against him.
Ended up going against 42, Jack McKenna.
Yeah, he was smiling by the end of that conversation with Ludlowe's head coach, John Daly. These are two legendary head coaches. John Daly for the Falcons has been here for a long time, has had some incredible playoff runs. This year's team could be one of his best, and of course, another championship coach, Ryan Swaller for Fairfield Warde. You can't talk enough about him. The outlet on the elbow, it's Bork. Step back two, off iron, but Kieser pulls the rebound, can't get it. He was outnumbered there simply. You needed another body. Other end, it's McMahon on the baseline. Kicks to the corner, but it's intercepted. Here's Bork other direction. Now Ludlowe turns it over. Knight thought about it. Knight penetrates. No foul, but they get the putback.
To Davis. Great drive by Justin, and Jordan's there to clean it up.
Here's Bork. Bentley on the elbow. We're trying to see over this crazy Ward student section that has shown up. Sweeney with a push-off in the lane, but he couldn't get it to fall. Good look, though. They're getting underneath, and a foul is going to get called against Kilbride, who did nothing more than just stand there on the elbow.
Yep, we got to know who the guy that you're defending is, right? That's Joey Goulbin, the cornerback, streaking down the left side of the court. He's not going to hurt you out there, so no need to commit that foul 20 feet from the basket.
He's a speedy guy, too. You want to make sure you're in between him and the hoop and get him a lot of space to run.
Incredible strength, athleticism. He's quite an athlete.
All of these Ward guards, you have to give them space because they could blow right by you. Here's Ben Steele. If anybody's going to take that point guard role, it's him. Here's Kyle Harrell underneath. His pass went out, and with 4:34 to play in the first quarter, Ludlowe gets the ball.
Yeah, we're seeing the Ward guards get stuck on the baseline there. They're penetrating too deep and getting caught. We've seen it a couple times in a row now.
We're just warming things up. Emphasis on warm tonight at Fairfield Warde. They lovingly call it the stable. Ludlowe hasn't beaten Ward in 4 attempts. Can that change? Here's Goulbin. Says no and lays it in.
That's Goulbin to a T, Aiden. Pure effort. Steals the ball and finishes at the other end.
Here's a three. That goes in from Kilbride.
Yeah, if he's heating up, that's a great sign for Ludlowe.
6-6.
He has had some huge games this year. If he's going to start filling it up, you better get on him.
I beg your pardon, meant to say Ludlowe hasn't beaten Ward in a regular season game in a long time. Of course, they beat him in the playoff, in the championship of the Fairfield Prep Holiday Classic. Bentley with a block trying to turn it into points, and he will not. It's McKenna who comes in and says, no, you don't.
Wow, great help by McKenna. I tell you, Kieser got away with a little push in the back right there, Aiden. Refs might have to clean this up early.
6-6, and Bentley has been known to throw hands. We were not at their game against New Canaan, but the photographs just told the whole story. Here's Bork trying to reset. Although has a problem once they're out there, they're not really going to be able to get it in because of Warde's size. With McKenna down low, it rolls off McKenna, and Ludlowe gets the ball back.
Aiden, we saw this the first game. As soon as Goulben comes off Bork, Bork's eyes light up, right? Right away. Goulben comes out, Bork immediately attacks the rim. Much different when someone of Goulben's size and strength is not guarding you. He had a great look, it just didn't quite go in.
Not gonna lie, I enjoyed having that water cooler right next to us for the girls' game. They moved it. Now for the boys. Bork with a spin move. Pretty's shot.
Oh, what a move, Aiden. That was beautiful.
Ludlowe by 2.
That's some footwork right there.
He plays football. He plays basketball. What can't James Bork do is the better question to ask.
Terrific athlete. I said it during the holiday tournament. He is not the strongest guy in the court. He's the strongest guy in the gym.
Steele to the corner. Here's Harrell. The senior trying to create some space. Steele faked out Rowan. Kieser faked out. Everybody can't get the roll. And it's Sweeney who came in for the rebound. Couldn't get it. 3 from Knight is off. They have shot poorly from 3.
Yeah, Davis had an open look there. Coach definitely wants him shooting those.
Here's Davis working from top. Chris Carlucci, Patrick Leverty, the next 2 into this game for Fairfield Ludlowe.
Yeah, we're seeing the first subs come in for Ludlowe. Coach Schwaller's been running people in and out so far. So 2 different philosophies, great crossover.
Knight is hacked underneath. But again, if there ever is such a thing as a good foul, that's probably it.
Yeah,
make him earn that from the free throw line.
Listen, beautiful crossover. Great offense will be great defense. He got to the rim, like you said, right? Challenge him.
So that's Kyle Harrell, who's at the line and knocks down his first. 8-7, this a 1-point game. It's not going to be like it was in the championship where Ludlowe gets the early lead and Warde's playing catch up.
Now we're in Warde's gym. All right, I mean, you're now 10, 12 games into the season. Much different feel right now. That was only Warde's second game of the season at that point. So they were still filling each other out. As good as Warde looks on paper, you still need some time to adjust.
Here's Bork on the elbow, trying to get some room. The great athlete blocked. Mockler almost had a putback. Mockler stripped it, but McMahon got it back.
Yeah, 2 good looks right there for Ludlowe. Good look for James and a nice putback for Mockler.
Still trying to get used to this rhythm. There's an N1 from McMahon.
Great drive and finish right there, Aiden.
Warde now by a point takes the lead. 1:19 to play, first quarter.
Yeah, he's crafty, Pep. He's got great elusiveness. I enjoy watching him play.
McMahon is money, and it's 10-8. He converts the three-point play, and Warde moves into a semi-full court press. Mockler low block. To Leverty, who touched it and let it go out of bounds.
Oh, it looked like it was tipped, Aiden.
We can't even tell what 90% of these chants are.
With the headset on, it is tough making them out. Oh, great block by Bentley.
And Lawler, who enters the game, the junior, brings it. And a very senior-oriented team, bringing some juniors with Mockler and Lawler. Here's Bork, driving, Put him on skates and lays it in.
That is a mismatch, Aiden. If he's out there guarding Bork, that's advantage Ludlowe.
10-10 tie game. You really got to put your best athlete on Bork.
No doubt. Again, Bentley's length is so deceiving. You think you have him in a bad spot, but his arms are so long, Aiden. He blocks shots out of nowhere.
10-10. Can you believe we're down to 15 seconds to play first quarter?
Yeah, very clean quarter.
Here's Bork. The screen from Bentley. Can he drive? He's hot. And he's only getting hotter. He'll go to the line with a second and change left in this first quarter. We're going to try to just throw up a prayer, you could imagine, when this thing is done.
Yeah, good drive, good chance to end the quarter with the lead. Exactly what you wanted for Coach Daly.
It's been back and forth. Warde came out looking like the dominant factor, but Bork has just changed it offensively for Ludlowe. Neither side has really been able to take the upper hand so far, even though the scoreboard reads 11-10 Warde.
He has. He scored their last 5 points. As soon as Goldman came out, Aiden, he scored their last 5 points.
End of the quarter heave, nothing. 11-10, Ludlowe by a point as we head to the second. On a great night of basketball here at Fairfield Ludlowe. We will be back on Thursday, 7 o'clock in the main gym. It's going to be Ludlowe Darien girls basketball, a must-win for Fairfield Ludlowe, a big one for Darien if they can get it.
Yeah, Ludlowe girls have put themselves in a position to make a run. That's a huge game on Thursday against Darien.
Aiden Blank, Scott Torello with you from Fairfield Ludlowe, where it's just getting crazier and crazier. Beg your pardon, we're from Fairfield Warde, where it's just getting crazier and crazier. There are times where this is the best rivalry in any sport in the FCAC, maybe even in the state.
I agree, right? It's two in-town teams. The students love it. The players love it. The town fans love it. It's just fun, Aiden, right? Again, these guys know each other so well. So it's fun to play against people that you kind of grown up playing with. You see them, at the dances, out at the parks playing. This is what makes these rivalries so great. You see, the ref can't even get the ball inbounded. There's so many people walking by the half-court line.
We are in what could be the most spacious part of this gym.
Yeah, funny how it's worked out. So they go right back to Goulman on Bork after Bork has scored those last 5.
11-10, Warde with their first offensive possession of half number 2. How about Knight?
Yeah, Justin Davis. Or Jordan Davis, excuse me. Good finish at the rim.
You can barely tell the difference between them. Bork, floater, no, left it hanging. It was possibly fouled in that act. Other end. One Davis to another. The Warde student section chanting, "We got Davis." Got to specify which one.
Yeah.
You could argue they're equally as good.
I agree. Both super talented.
McMahon for the aforementioned Davis. Push off for Bork. McMahon can shoot, and he does right there.
Oh, that's a beautiful step back right there, Aiden. Credit, good offense right there.
15-11 after the 3. We're inside 7 minutes to play in this first half. Neither side wanted to give up much. This is the largest lead on either side tonight at 4 for Fairfield Warde.
Yeah. Little run here. You see Patrick Leverty coming off, looking a little gimpy. Can't tell if maybe he got a little hip pointer. But then he's immediately coming over to the trainer, Aiden. He didn't look quite right walking around.
The pain was in his knee, as we just heard. He's getting it looked at with 6:35 to play in this first half. You wonder if he's coming back before halftime. He didn't score much, but he, again, is one of those seniors that can just lead offensively.
Yeah, listen, he stretches out the D because you have to play him. He loves the corner three. He's an excellent shooter, so you have to respect him out there. That really stretches out your defense.
Here's Bork spinning out of it. Najee, that falls. He slept for a little bit. You were wondering if he's coming back or not. Well, clearly, Bork is here to stay.
Oh, listen, James looks very in control right now. Getting to his spots, finishing at the rim.
Look out for Owen. Kieser blocked at the rim.
Excellent hustle right there by McKenna. That's how you chase him down.
He has blocked both Kieser and Bentley tonight, but can't block Lawler.
Yeah, great backdoor, Aiden. That's just playing basketball.
5.5 to play here in the first half, and this is very much a game. Here's Davis on Lawler. Good job by Lawler, holding his own. But McKenna bodies his way in to get the lead right back for the Mustangs.
He's got really good footwork.
Sweeney's three is off. Ludlowe has not shot very well from beyond the arc.
Yeah, we've only seen Patrick bury one early.
McMahon, no. McKenna, no. Davis.
Wow,
Foul
what
on the
a move,
floor.
Aiden. That was big time. And they count it. Woo! You cannot teach that, trust me.
19-15, 4:58 to play, second quarter.
Jordan Davis, what a beautiful move. Trying to finish off the three-point play.
He will. Warde hits 20, they lead by 5, and Bork, who's been the only spark for this Ludlowe offense, controls it way beyond the arc. Kilbride and Davis, maybe not a matchup you'd want to exploit. Kieser thought he could hit a jumper, he couldn't. 4:35 to go, the outlet for Davis, and one.
The Davis boys have taken over this quarter, Aiden. Might be a good time for a timeout and regroup.
John Daly pacing the Ludlowe sidelines.
Oh, they're going with the "How's your grades" chant, Aiden.
I couldn't tell you if that was well backed up or not.
Yeah.
Here's Bentley. Push on McKenna. If you can get McKenna to start committing fouls, that might be a good strategy here.
Yeah,
he's been a problem for the Bigs, and a big reason that the Bigs haven't been able to play a big role in this game.
I agree. You see how well he moves for someone that big. I mean, the kid is talented.
I think we're done using the word big for the rest of the first half at least. Foul underneath on a big, Ian Bentley.
Yep, that one is on
Oh, hang on.
22 for Warde.
Okay. Here's Bork on the elbow. Blows past Golban. You could hear him get smacked from here. Not sure where the call was.
Right, but that's, that is tough offense right there, right? A lot of one-on-one play against a terrific defender.
Steele traveled one too many steps for the senior guard, and a timeout called, looks like by Fairfield Ludlowe.
Yeah, good call by
Yeah,
Coach
you called
Haley,
it.
right?
It was needed.
Get him to regroup. A little too one-on-one oriented right now on the offensive end. Set up something you like here. Only down 7. 4 minutes left in the second.
Seven-point game with 4:03 to play. in this half. Both teams with 6 fouls, something you couldn't really tell until now, because it really hasn't seemed like 12 fouls have been committed.
Yeah, you're right. It feels like a very clean game with very few whistles, and 6 on each team, so very balanced. Refs are doing a great job.
Another memorable game between these two opponents. Dave Rudin said it best the other day, basketball is at its strongest right now in Fairfield, Connecticut. 20-4 are these two teams combined.
Yeah, these are both super talented teams. Both have a chance to make a run at the FCAC title. You know, you have to believe that these are 2 of the top 4 teams in the league.
The thing with Ludlowe is they've lost both of their games in FCAC play, so they really need to win out here if they want to get a top 4 seed. Warde has only lost 1 of their games in the FCAC, maybe a benefit of losing to Ludlowe in that championship of the Fairfield Prep Holiday Classic. The screen, good ball movement by Ludlowe.
It's exactly what we expected, right, Aiden? A little
it's the only way you're getting it down low.
A little too one-on-one at first. And look what happens. You get a nice, easy layup. Beautiful drive and dish by Bentley.
The bigs finally getting in for this Ludlowe team with McKenna out. He's been kind of their kryptonite. No one else has been able to stop him. No one's been able to stop Davis, who's off on that. A second one as well is off, and a foul against Warde. That will be their 7th.
Yeah, Rowan's going to shoot some foul shots. Great effort right there by Rowan.
No public address tonight, so it's very tough to determine who the foul's on, although we are sitting, or standing more accurately, right in back of the scorer's table.
Yeah, per the scoreboard, they called it on Goulden, so that's his first. No foul trouble right now for Joey.
Here's Kieser to the line. Maybe make it a 1-point game. No. Off on the front hand of a 1-and-1. Here are the Mustangs' other end. Davis to steal in the corner. And now Davis guarded by Sweeney from top.
Tough matchup right here for Rowan. And good job switching right there.
Yeah, they keep switching defenders on the Davis twins.
Beautiful drive and
so, of course,
finish.
Steele gets it underneath.
Yeah, beautiful drive and finish right there by Brendan.
7-point game now. 2.5 to play in the second quarter.
Ludlowe has struggled to score offensively here. Those help, right? You get some, maybe get some cheap points at the foul line.
A chippy foul on Steele, who I'm not even sure fouled Sweeney, if we're being totally honest.
Yeah, there was a wimpy one, no doubt.
It looked like Sweeney may have just come down on his ankle wrong and gotten the benefit of the doubt there from the referee. But hey, we're calling this game unbiased. Straight down the middle, we would hope. We've called Ludlowe games before. We've called Ludlowe games before. I beg your pardon, we've called Warde games before. We're trying to do our best. And hopefully you're enjoying it just as much as we are. Here's McMahon and Lawler. Lawler not taking his eyes off the ball. He's deadly focused.
You're right. He is locked in defensively.
As a junior playing in this game, you got to be pretty good to get some time.
Yeah,
Davis.
And he is good.
Nope. The putback. They wanted an N1. Didn't turn out that way.
You see the ref getting a little upset with Coach Swallow. He's giving him some leash, letting him complain at a lot of these calls, but he has officially warned him, Aiden.
The warning goes to Fairfield Warde. End of the line they go. First is off. Tom McCabe, the senior, into this game.
Yeah, I think it's the first time we've seen him enter, maybe, Aiden?
Yeah, you're right.
Has good offensive skill. Trying to see if they can get some points out of him in these last 2 minutes. Great box out right there by Borg.
You can really appreciate the level of basketball we're seeing tonight. Both these teams have been wiping the floor with opponents all year long. And what a game we've got so far. Warde by 5.
Yeah, these teams are really very evenly matched.
Ludlowe, another trip down without a basket. They need a score. How about the handles from Harrell? 3 from McMahon. Can't go down, but they
Great
rip a
effort
rebound.
right there, Aiden.
McMahon high on the elbow. Timeout, Warde. Police officers everywhere. This game is bigger than it usually is, because usually these two teams are not in this kind of position. Ludlow's usually not in the FCAC playoffs, guaranteed, which at this point they basically are.
I mean, think about how difficult it is in this town, right? You have the 2 high schools, but you also have Fairfield Prep. You can consider that a 3rd high school in town.
And a 4th with Notre Dame of
right.
Fairfield.
So you're really trying to field 4 incredibly competitive teams in a tough division, the FCAC.
It's a problem in almost every sport, and credit to both these coaches who have done an unbelievable job building these programs to what they are now.
Definitely. Both these teams are very skilled. In fact, I think they're very well matched, Aiden. These are 2 evenly balanced teams.
Absolutely. 5 points. It's a lot. It feels a lot closer than 5 points. Although Ludlow's recent scoring drought is the reason why. Davis angling to the far side to his brother. Screen ball. Still working from top. McMahon almost fell to the ground. Davis, the push off, couldn't get it off. Back iron. Fought for underneath. It's McMahon and Kieser. It goes out. Warde ball.
Bringing back McKenna, Aiden, with 2 fouls with 40 seconds left. See how this plays out.
.37 to play here in this first half. Here's Harrell. Corner ball, Davis. Done a good job shutting the Davis twins down in these last few minutes.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. Content to go in at least up 5.
Here's McMahon with 10 to shoot. Blows by Sweeney. One more pass, and McKenna finishes. And that is how it will end. 7-point lead as we go to the second half.
Yeah, good finish right there for Warde. Beautiful drive and dish by Pep.
We'll take a break and rejoin you with some halftime statistics. About to get underway here in the third quarter at Fairfield Warde High School. Eden Blank, Scott Torello, such a pleasure to have you along. What a night we've had so far. What a night we are in store for still. 16 more minutes of basketball, and we'll see if that's enough to finish it. Looks like the same starting groups for both sides.
And Portland Ludlowe gets off to a good start here, Aiden. Their offense really bogged down in the second quarter there. Had a hard time getting quality looks.
Here's Davis.
Down 7 feels like more like down 14 right now with the struggles they've had on offense.
Very quiet start till Warde opens up with a bucket.
Yeah, and that wasn't what Ludlowe was looking for, right? A deep 3 by Pep. Beautiful shot. They're gonna need to get Patrick going again. He had 5 early points. We really didn't see him take a shot after that. I'd love to see them get him a little more involved in the offense.
Here's Bentley out for a 3 from Sweeney. He's struggled. That's been a big part. Usually they can count on a 3. Warde can count on basically everything.
Yeah, he tried to draw the charge, but I like the no call there, Aiden.
6.5 to play in the third. It's 31-19.
Yeah, game is now entering that danger zone. Quick start here for Warde instead of Ludlowe. And all of a sudden it's a 12-point game. Make it 15, Aiden. I would take an early timeout right here. And they do.
Not the start Ludlowe wanted.
No, and you see they're a little dejected right now, right? I like the early timeout. Get them organized.
And on the other side, exactly the start Warde wanted. They're up and at it early in the second half here in the stable.
No doubt, 2 beautiful 3s and a great drive by Goldman. Perfect start for Warde.
Not the night, not the score you would have predicted at this time here in the game.
No, the good thing is the half just started, so we got a lot of time left. 6 minutes left in the third. This game is far from over, but they're gonna need to start getting going offensively. It's really been a struggle. Credit Warde, they have locked them down defensively.
.6:14 to play, third quarter. We're so glad you could join us here on FSN. Special thanks to our production crew all night that's been working behind the scenes tirelessly to make this thing happen. No backcourt called on Bentley, and Bentley and Goldman are going at it.
Wow, what effort you're seeing right there, Aiden. And listen, if you're on the floor with Joey Goldman, he's not gonna be afraid to tussle.
Joey might be the only one I know that's going after Ian.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no one on the floor he's afraid of.
2 pretty scary guys neither one of us would want to take on.
No, it's definitely not me. Whoa, what a pick. They call an illegal pick, though. The momentum is firmly in Warde's favor right now.
It most certainly is.
Everything from body language to the crowd to the coach.
Warde by 15, and if they continue on this path, it'll be over in no time. Here's McMahon off a screen. Crossover dribble and a free throw line pass that's incomplete, as expected. 5:35 to play. Here's Kilbride, other end, beg your pardon, that is Kilbride. Here's Bork. Kilbride thought about a really long three.
Yeah, he's probably getting frustrated right now, Aiden, right? Again, he has not taken a shot since early in this game.
There's Bork underneath.
That beautiful reverse.
You needed the points, you got him.
Absolutely.
Missed it. The rebound to Kieser. Things moving a lot faster than they ended with in the first.
They really look flustered right here, Aiden.
15-point game, 4:35 to play in the third quarter. It's loose on the floor, and a foul against Davis.
Well, they call it on, who they call it on? They call it on the Davis twin. Wow, that's a big turn of events right there, Aiden. His brother had a dunk.
Davis and Bork were on the floor. The referee called a foul, pointed at Davis, and Davis was stunned.
I'm stunned too. Him and Bork were both equally wrestling for the ball.
15-point game. Ryan Swaller's into it, John Daly's into it. Two coaches that are not always animated, but when they get animated, it's real fun to watch.
Great pick and roll, Aiden.
It ends with Bentley.
They're gonna need more of that.
13-point game. Here's Harrell. Working on Sweeney. Sweeney didn't want to give him some room. Here's Steele for three.
Wow, beautiful jump shot, Aiden. That's textbook.
16-point game, largest lead of the night for Warde. Bork is stuck.
Oh, look at the hustle.
On the floor, now it's Steele, jaw ball. No, it's a foul against Ludlowe.
Oh, the ref grants him the timeout first.
Okay.
Aiden. 30-second timeout. Give Steele credit, Aiden. That was great defense and great hustle.
Six-point game. Beg your pardon, 16-point game.
Yeah, the lead has ballooned from 7 to 16 quickly in this quarter.
It is toasty in this gym, to say the least. .349 to play in the third. It is kind of that time where it's decision-making time. If you're Ludlowe, who wins this game could be decided in the next 3 minutes. If Warde pulls off another one of those runs, that's it. Or very well could be. Underneath, Bentley pulls it. Bentley's fouled. And that was a little too aggressive from the Warde defenders.
Yeah, foul on Parker. Excellent rebound by Bentley. That's how you stay strong down there, Aiden.
.330 to play, third quarter. They want to get Bork to the rack. That seemed to work in the first quarter. He's fouled before he can get there now. They wanted a shooting foul.
He did. They're going to call it on the floor. Good sign. Patrick Leverty's back in. We saw him getting looked at by the trainer in the first half. We'll see how he moves. Again, you see him going to a spot that he loves. It really spaces out the court.
Bork with a turnaround, too short. Approaching 3 to play here in the third. It's McMahon. Elbow. 3 from Harrell. No. And leaping above that pack was Kilbride. Very impressive from him getting that rebound. Now a corner 3 that goes down, and maybe that's what gets Ludlowe back into this thing. It's only a 13-point game.
Love to see it, Aiden. Again, we haven't seen him get a shot up in a while here. They're going to need him to heat up. They're going to get back in this.
Here's Steele, mid-range J, off. From back iron, Bentley rebounds. Bork got a little ahead of himself. Here's a 3. Oh, he nailed it!
That was deep, Aiden.
A 10-point game, and
Beautiful
Ludlowe can
shot.
get it back to single digits on one possession. Here's Steele trying to answer. Kilbride's starting to heat up, and when Ludlowe starts to shoot the 3, you want to shut him down immediately.
No doubt. We've seen Patrick get hot, especially against Trinity Catholic. Man, he was on fire.
Here is Golbin. Steele now to the corner. And it's McMahon and Carlucci. Carlucci is giving up a lot of size, so he's got to play perfect defense.
Yep, he's quick though.
Blocked underneath. It's a foul. That was probably one of the more questionable calls we've seen tonight.
Yeah, the only good thing is they called on the floor. So Warde will just take it out of bounds. No real harm there.
A minute 47 to play in the third. Getting tugged and laying it in is Jack McKenna. They were pulling on his jersey. I was surprised the foul didn't come before his shot.
I agree. They had all of them. Ludlowe did not talk there. They did not switch on the pick.
John Daly upset, to say the least, on the near bench. Shot goes out. Bentley's height helps him as he grabs the rebound. Here's Lawler back into this game. He could shoot. And Bentley, as we know, could be a threat from beyond the arc. Lawler. Carlucci. Kilbride, a step in the lane, couldn't get it.
Yeah, great recovery by McKenna to come over and block that.
Approaching a minute to play here in the third. They trap McMahon underneath the basket, takeaway. Bentley. No, but a putback from Kilbride.
Yeah, good job by Kilbride staying with the play. Never give up on it. You don't know if that ball's going in.
Ludlowe, the boys taking a page out of the girls' book, playing some fast break ball.
Yep,
to
only
get the
down
Mustangs
10.
off balance.
Much better pace, you're exactly right. And a much better flow right now.
Nice passing from Warde. Just trying to slow things down. Remember, they have a 10-point lead. Long 3 from Davis. They've gotten a little too complacent. Nothing. And McMahon, another trip of just nothing from Fairfield Ludlowe. Here's McMahon. They got him near half court. They got McKenna all the way out beyond the line. He blew right by Bentley.
Oh,
and he's
what a
blocked.
recovery!
1 second, it's Carlucci at the horn.
Oh,
No.
that would have been big, Aiden.
10-point Warde lead as we go to the third. We'll break and talk to you on the other side of it. You're on FSN. 41-31, let's finish this thing up.
Listen, we saw in the first game, Aiden, 10-point deficit is not insurmountable. We saw the Warde girls come all the way back to tie it up. The key is getting off to a good start.
Almost a good start for Warde. Can Ludlowe get first crack? No, but Kieser pulls the rebound.
You see the Ludlowe crowd complaining because that's a goaltending, Aiden, when you slap the basket like that. Oh, they just can't get it to fall.
Foul.
Great effort by Ludlowe, just couldn't get it to fall.
7:24 to play in what could be this game. You can't really say that, especially with these two teams.
Both teams have a lot of offensive firepower. Game is far from over.
Here's the drive from McMahon. He was fouled on the floor. We'll see.
No, they're going to say he's shooting.
They called the foul before he even got into his shooting motion.
You're right. That definitely was on the floor. Big advantage to be shooting here. You see the Ludlowe coach is very upset at this call, Aiden.
7:10 to play in this fourth quarter. McMahon to the line to extend it. No. Rare miss for him from the line. John Daly trying to calm himself down on the sideline before he gets a warning, just like Swaller, a miss. 0 for 2 at the line, and Ludlowe trying to create a comeback. It's Carlucci. Tried to create an N1, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the foul doesn't hurt him as Pep misses both. Very uncharacteristic.
McMahon commits his second foul. How about that for a plot twist? Here's Carlucci. Around and out. Part one. Here's the second. Oh for 4 on those last 2 free throws. 2 from Ludlowe and 2 from Warde. And now we're inside 7 to play in the fourth. It's decision-making time here at Fairfield Warde. Davis blocked in the corner. They kept it in, a very skilled Warde offense. Davis fouled and one.
Oh, that's a beautiful finish. Woo!
And now the lead to 12. These two teams would not meet again unless they met in the FCAC playoffs, because they are no longer in the same division for the state playoffs. So we will not see a state tournament rematch of last year. We could, however, depending on the circumstances, see these two play on this very court, or maybe even up at Wilton in the FCAC quarterfinals, semifinals, or how great would it be for an FCAC championship to have these two teams in it?
That'd be fun, no doubt.
Warde ball, they've been getting everything called for them.
Yeah, you see, Joey's over there defending, pushes Patrick into the corner. He's just tough, Aiden. Really tough.
McKenna came down hard, but it wasn't because he was fouled. A push on Rowan Kieser.
A lot of chirping going on.
Oh, that's his fourth, and that really hurts him. The only crime that Kieser committed was being close to him when he slipped.
Yep, he absolutely slipped. You know, the refs are feeling the tension here too, Aiden. The crowd is loud. Both coaches have been all over him early and throughout this game. So there's a lot going on. There's always a human element involved.
And that cost Ludlowe 1, maybe 2 baskets. It's a tough call. Out. Kieser rebound. Trying to keep his head down and not create too much of a disturbance. Ball's going to stay with Ludlowe as Bork basically sprinted the whole court. A little bit of roughhousing between Jordan Davis and Ian Bentley. Davis came and pushed off a screen that was set in the backcourt by Bentley. Could have been a case for a foul. Bentley was trying to make it 3 off from Kilbride. He was trying to get some light back in this Ludlowe offense. The defense has been great. It's been the offense that's hurt, though.
Yeah, I mean, they've held Warde to 45, which you like. They just haven't been able to execute on the offensive side.
Inside 6 minutes to play now, and the lead's still at double digits. Underneath, back at McMahon, swish.
That could be the dagger, Aiden.
Davis has it. Fast break time and a dunk.
That was set up right from the start. You saw the two Davis twins look at each other, and you could see that coming, Aiden.
How many times you think that they practiced that as kids?
Oh, no question. They've done that many, many times in the driveway, that's for sure.
That was pretty darn cool.
And the student section is beside themselves right now.
They're going to bring this place crumbling to the ground. 50-31. Ludlowe needs a basket like there's no tomorrow. And they can't get it. Story of the night. 5:12 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, they just have struggled to score. I mean, you know, sometimes you got to credit the D, Aiden. Warde is long. They are strong. So they're tough. They're a good team.
4:56 to play. And Warde is just content to hold for a little bit. Michael Lynch will check in for the first time a little bit. They pass up on the corner ball. Davis and Bork. Crossover in the lane, and you're just not defending that.
Sometimes it's not your day, Aiden, but that was a beautiful move.
Lead now to 21.
Yeah, quick 11-0 run to start the quarter.
Timeout, Ludlowe. If they want to try to win this game, they need to do something quick.
Well, listen, a terrible start to the third quarter, and now a terrible start to the fourth quarter. Very difficult to overcome both those circumstances.
If all goes according to plan, they will split the doubleheader. Varsity, at least. In this gym, though, Ludlowe's 2-0 today. The JV girls got a nice win. That's a special group, and it's too bad there's really not a ton of room on varsity for them next year.
You're right.
As many girls as Sarah Kinsley can take, she should, because that group, we've watched them a lot of times because we're here to set up while they're playing.
You're right.
And I'm not sure I've seen them lose other than
You're
against
right, and
Staples.
they're young as well. So, you know, there's definitely a lot of talent on that Ludlowe roster.
Here's Bentley, he's fouled inside. Davis with possibly the first show of good sportsmanship tonight between these two teams, pulling Bentley up.
Yeah, it's easy to show good sportsmanship when you're up 21, Aiden. I'll tell you that.
You gotta have a rubber match of these two teams. You have to see them in the playoffs. You just have to.
That would be fun.
Because both these teams will be at their best, and you're gonna see who really is the best team in the town of Fairfield. They've split the first two meetings, should these last 4:05 go according to Warde's plan. Off, and McKenna pulls it.
They've missed a lot of free throws tonight too, Ludlowe.
Here's Davis, hacked by Sweeney. It's been a lot of controversial calls tonight too. Not that that's played a factor in the outcome, but it certainly hasn't helped.
You see Coach Daly getting in some of his subs now, seeing if they can make a little run, try to change the momentum. Down 21 though, 3:58 to go, tough.
A light has gone out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you're right.
In fact, the entire scoreboard's broken, but it's come back.
There we go.
Eric Leonard will check in. 54-31.
See really the future of both programs in right now, Aiden.
You absolutely do. Charlie Began snuck in there. Alex Vlandis.
Yep, Mockler back in. Leonard.
In fact, this is the first time tonight. Oh, well, you still have Lynch on the floor, but 4 non-seniors. Most you've probably seen all year on the floor. Here is Vlandis. Double teamed, it's stolen. Davis, slam!
They don't want to over-dribble in front of both of them.
Lynch is fouled on the other end.
You see Coach Schwaller officially clearing his bench now.
It has not been Ludlow's night, to say the least. Corner for Began. Began's in trouble. Elbow for Mockler. Feeds Vlandis. The runner in the lane, no. Ludlow's gone on a big scoring drought here. Steal. Great penetration for the Mustangs. 3 ball is off. Rebound Vlandis. Now inside 3 minutes to play in the fourth. Lynch couldn't connect. And Michael is the kid you want in your basketball team. He's not gonna start. He knew that coming in. He's not playing other than garbage minutes at the end, but the kid gives 110% every time he's on the floor, and I'm sure John Daly will say the same thing.
Hey, listen, that's what sports are about, right? Not everyone can be the star. It's important to be a great teammate.
He's able
That'll go a long way in life, believe me.
He's able to force a miss down low. He was really just beaten. It looked like we'll get a 3 for the corner and off the backboard. But there you go. He's back on defense, and Warde can't get one either. Took a couple of tries. Finally, they got one.
Yeah, I would not have expected this coming in, Aiden.
Long 3 connect from Vlandis. It is a 24-point game.
trying to get someone else in. Toothpick, I don't know who that is, Aiden.
Skips out from Warde, so the Ludlowe bench has done a pretty good job so far weathering this storm. Bounces for Lynch. Vlandis another three. Nice pull. And Mockler is fouled.
Yeah, good effort by Mockler. Listen, you know, you don't quit. It's an important time for these guys, too.
Who would have thought that the girls' game would end up being more exciting than the boys?
Yeah, I mean, you never know, right? It's the beauty of sports.
That's the beauty of Ludlowe Warde. We thought the girls would be good. We thought the boys would be the best game of the night. And we certainly didn't predict this.
No, how could you? I mean, this has been a very impressive performance by Warde, especially on the defensive end, Aiden.
Down to just a minute to play, and they're kind of just going through the formalities out on the court. Although this bench has played really well. Here's a three from Mockler, nothing. 45 to play. And Warde content to hold it for a little bit, enjoy their victory tonight, and rightfully so. What a great job they've done. They get one last bucket, or at least it seems that way, a 60-point night. Foul is called. Warde will get the ball back. That'll do it. Warde 60 and Ludlowe 36. Not much more to say than that.
You know, I like what security did there, Aiden. They cleared the chairs out of the way so the students could get onto the court.
Probably the safest option.
Absolutely.
(60-36) your final. Not much more to talk about than that.
No, listen, give Warde their due. They played a great game tonight.
It was more about Warde playing so well, and Ludlowe just kind of hit a dry spell at the end.
Yeah, Ludlowe struggled all night to get going offensively.
Not a great night for Fairfield Ludlowe. They've certainly had better, but a great girls game. We will see them Thursday. We will see you Thursday. For Scott Torello, Nolan McCormick, Chris Blank, our entire FSN crew helping us out the entire night. I'm Aiden Blank, 60-36 your final. Have a great rest of your Monday. We will see you on Thursday for Ludlowe and Darien girls basketball. Good night, everybody.